Kia ora and welcome to Baha'i on Air. In this episode, we've got a distinguished visitor from the UK. She's a magistrate. She's got a doctorate in international relations, and she's been here in Aotearoa giving talks and sharing some of her knowledge. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Wendi Momen. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So could you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Well, I'm a Baha'i. I was originally born in California. I worked for a Baha'i publishing company, and we had a project which was a Baha'i dictionary, which I was asked to do. And that was really my first big book, if I could put it like that. And the basic Baha'i dictionary it's actually being revised at the moment. It was such a long time ago that I did it. And the Baha'i faith has evolved in many of its institutions. And so we're trying to include those. I mean, particularly for those who are familiar with the way the Baha'i communities are organized right now. Of course, we have our core activities, and we try to include those in the dictionary. They're not in there because we didn't have them all those years ago. But now, of course, we've got study circles and our training institute programs, our devotional meetings, children's activities, junior youth activities, and you know, we're learning a lot more about the way in which we can organize our communities through these core activities. Well, it gives you the tools that enables you, first of all, to understand who you are, your place in the world, your place in relation to other people, and it gives you a few of the key skills that are needed to start engaging with other people. So it gives you the skills of consultation, listening, talking to other people. If you carry out the acts of service in those core activities, you visit people in their homes, you accept their hospitality, you offer hospitality, you begin to see that people are people everywhere, that they have the same interests everywhere. We begin to learn about each other. It gives us the skill of being able to understand that no matter if a person has a high education or no education at all, they still have a valuable contribution to make, that they have something interesting to say. And these, particularly the study circles, actually release those skill base and hone them, make them better. And these turn out to be the very skills we need to create a better society. Yeah, we were at the World Parliament of Religions. And, you know, the first World Parliament was in, or Parliament of World Religions, that's actually its name, I keep getting that wrong. The Parliament of World Religions was in 1893. The first one was convened in Chicago. And they've been holding them every five or 6 years since then. And this one was in Melbourne. And it brought together about 5,000 people from around the world, from every single religious tradition you can imagine, and people of no religious tradition but who have what they call spirituality, and also people who have none of those things, were just interested in what we were up to. And there were a series, every day there were about 100 different subjects that you could go to, talks and seminars and workshops and so forth. And I was really delighted that my husband and myself were able to present a seminar for about an hour and a half on the Baha'i teachings. Baha'is now for 30 years have been denied higher education. They can go to school, they're harassed, children are harassed at school. They can go on to, you know, sort of high school level education, but when they want to go on to university, there's a big door that says don't enter. And so they're not been allowed it. And the new trick is to allow them to sit their exams for the higher education. They pass, and then they're even admitted to the university, and then within a few days or weeks they are expelled on the basis that they are Baha'is in an unwanted community of people at university. For the community it's very disabling, and of course that's the whole point. It's how you destabilize a community. You deny education to a group, and then you assume that they will not make progress. Baha'is are very concerned about this issue. It looks like nothing. You say, well, a lot of people don't go to university. When you systematically deny education at the higher levels to a whole group of people, it's almost like genocide. A new teacher from God has arisen. Has a new teacher from God ever been accepted on his doorstep? Not really. Think of Jesus. What happened to him? Persecuted in his own land and eventually crucified for bringing the teachings of God to that age. Muhammad himself run out of his own city and had to run for shelter in another place. Every religion has this, and the Baha'is are no different.